Hey guys, it's scrappinkaty, and I am bringing you day 9 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And this is a fun sketch where I will use mixed media, so make sure you hang around and watch that process. Here is a look at day 9. This sketch is from Bella Boulevard, and right off the top, I love the colorful border all around the page, and then of course the 3 circles in those colors, and then the title, the journaling, the stitching. Not sure I'll do that with the photo that I've chosen, and then of course the paint splatters, and then the shapes with the stars. I'm probably going to use hearts because of the photo. So I have already cut down a white daisy sheet of cardstock to 11.5 by 11.5. And my piece of cardstock that is going to be around the edge is going to be Sundance, but I'm going to gut it. If you're kind of new here, gutting is where I basically take out the center to save cardstock. I know to some that may sound silly because I know that we all have tons of cardstock, but it's just kind of a waste to me if you're not going to see all of this. Now, a lot of times I'll then use the center that I cut out for photo mats, maybe Cricut cuts, something like that. On this one, I'm not going to. The photo I'm using is basically from one of those mall photo booths. So it's already matted. It's already everything. We've got this, and I left an inch border all the way around. That way I'll have plenty of space to adhere it down to. But before I do that, I want to add those circles. I am going to keep pretty true to those circles. So it looks like picked raspberry, wild honey, and spiced marmalade is the way to go. We are going to move these over to the side, and I'm going to do the packaging technique. So I'm just laying that picked raspberry onto my glass board. So I've just got some random packaging. You can see dots came in those, and then I am going to get my spray pen and just spray that with water and just stick my hands in here and kind of smush that around, and we're going in a circle here. I'm going to bring in my photo to make sure you can see those colors once I get my photo laid down. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that, and then we're going to repeat the process with these other 2 colors. So I'm just going to clean that up real quick and then do the same process with the other Distress Oxides, and then pick it up with my packaging tape and continue to go in that little circle. And you can also overlap the colors a little bit for that muted look. This is a great time to remind you to hit that like button if you liked what you saw. It helps YouTube show you more videos of the same, and it also helps me. So right here I wanted just a deeper orange, so I just decided to turn that Distress Oxide over onto my glass board again and pick up some more color. I think this is dry, so we are going to just add adhesive right around the edge, pretty tight to the edge, because remember we gutted that piece of Sundance cardstock. The other option is you could just add adhesive directly to this cardstock. So our cardstock is dark on one side, the true color, and light on the other. I want to use the dark side. So I'm just going to center this and eyeball it. So we've got that. Looks like it's warped a little bit right there. Just want to make sure I'm pushing it down really well. Here is the series of photos that I'm using, and I've got it on 3D foam tape. And I am just trying to center it left to right, and I'll make sure that it is straight by bringing out my T-ruler. See, didn't that orange, that Sundance, those yellows just go perfect with this? Okay, and as far as my title, I've got a stamp set. I am looking for, see how it says I freaking love you? I want another part of the title to be something. I'm not really sure yet. So I'm just looking through my options. Okay, so today, let's see, surely I have forever in here somewhere. Okay, so I've got white, not optimal. It just kind of blends in. But at least that red brings that. Let's see. That's from the Love This. Okay, so I've got a wood Love This. There's the Forever. Okay, and I think I like that because that wood plays on that wood. What do y'all think? I think that's going to be a go. And then I can stamp the ampersand. I found another wood ampersand, but really don't want to do another wood. I want that to be the only wood. So I freaking love you today and forever. Okay, and I think I'm going to do black for a couple of reasons. The words right here are black, and then of course my husband has a black shirt on. I have a camouflage shirt that you can't really tell as camouflage. It looks gray. So I'm just going to stamp that right there. Make sure I get that out of the way. And then let's start adhering these titles on. So let's do the Forever first. Okay. Let me just hold that down just for a second. One thing I love about these titles is they're not straight across. So if you don't have them perfectly straight, it doesn't really matter. And let's do the same with this acrylic shape. Now, acrylic shapes, you can either use liquid adhesive, or sometimes I do glue dots, micro glue dots. You can kind of roll them on there. You guys have seen me do that before. Okay, so I like that that red and the hearts is brought down to this part of the title. And then I feel like, you know, that one had paint splatters. Not that I really want to do paint splatters again, but I mean, I love them, so might as well, right? So sometimes while I'm thinking of other things, I like to do things that are simple. So I'm just going to add some ink around the edge of this. You guys have seen me sponge, but then you can also just turn your ink pad onto the side of your cardstock, which is what I'm doing here. This layout to me is a little harsher, so it doesn't really need the sponging. it needs kind of harsh lines. In fact, I almost debated on using black. So I've got that. I'm giving in. I am going to add paint splatter. So I'm just going to cover up my photo there. The goal is to only add a little bit. My pen is leaking. So I've got that. Just add it right there, and then I'm going to add it up in this top corner. And that's it. Y'all make me leave it alone. So that was a shimmer brush. So can you guys see that shimmer? I just love it. So I think I'm going to bring in this sticker that says My World and put it right here. Where are my tweezers? I don't think that that is straight. Wouldn't you know? So, being that I've got ink in that, let's fix that by pretending that I meant to do that, and we are going to add what could look like stitching. I'm just going to add just going to add just a couple of journaling lines. Not very many. There's not much that needs to be said on this photo. And that, my friends, is it. So let's bring the sketch back in. And okay, so we had pink, yellow, orange. Pink, yellow, orange. We had the line going across, which I didn't do that, but at least I have my photos that way. And then we had the title and the journaling, and then paint splatters. So paint splatters. I really like how that turned out. I will leave links down below to any of the products that I used if they're still available. Those links will be to my Close to My Heart website. And I'll also leave links down below to all the people playing along with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And like I said, if you aren't already a subscriber and you liked what you saw, leave me a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that you liked what you saw, and they'll show you more of the same. It also helps me out. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss another crafty video. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday.